Hey folks, over on the bench, quick follow-up to kind of a background project, but we talked about it a few episodes back. A viewer, Chris, had asked about keyboard control of University of Twente. We talked about that in a video. In a follow-up video to that, I showed how to assign these keys to a macro keyboard, a little keypad that I had. We talked about, how to expand on that, different ideas. Chris and I have been messaging back and forth, and we had some more pretty cool ideas. I've talked about some of them. Basically building a control interface for the WebSDR, but that it needs to be flexible enough so we can adjust it to different programs, different WebSDRs, or if he gets his own SDR, make it so that it works with keyboard control of that software. So went on, we did it with a Raspberry Pi Pico. Right now, I've got the Pico set up on a breadboard. I'll overlay a picture right here. I've emulated the 5 button functions off of that macro keypad. And we're now talking about expanding on it from there. But just to give you an idea, in CircuitPython, we've taken I've got 6 laid out here, but just, as a working start. 5 have functions assigned. Button 1 is that pin, button 2, pin 13, button 2. You kind of see how it's going. What we're doing with each pin on the board, on the controller, and then now we're assigning what function each button has and what its HID function is. So give you an idea. So if I hit mute, right, you see the M that I pressed and mute pressed, which coincides with, there's our M, and there's mute pressed. The reason I'm doing this is twofold. Number one, to know that the function worked. Number two, to serve as a reminder that I may want to pump that out, that mute pressed or just mute at some time down the road. We can put an OLED in our control interface, a little tiny screen that says mute. So if mute's on, it's lit mute, or frequency up, frequency down, we can set it. Just different things to do as we go down the road. But to show you, if you keep your eye over here, I'm going to push the buttons on this breadboard. We have our mute, volume down, volume up 5 kilohertz, right? I specifically chose blank channels, or relatively blank. We'll drop our volume down and then mute. So we've gotten those same 5 functions working. Now it's trying to determine what are the key functions we want in this control. Eventually this will be nice buttons in a nice project case. Or like I said, it may just be a Tupperware, but either way, it's going to be an interface to this. So that's about it for today. If you've got comments, thoughts, ideas on this, please put them down in the comments below. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. All right, guys, we'll see you in a couple days. Bye-bye.